But the grand promise stands. I don't care what problem comes against. But watch what happens, because God, what he said to Moses, is what he's saying to us. He's trying to gird us up here, people. He's trying to get us bold as lions that we dare walk through any problem because we trust in the promise. Watch. As Pharaoh approached, the Israelites looked up, and there were the Egyptians marching after them. They got a little bit of a problem. They were terrified and cried out to the Lord. They said to Moses, "Was it because there were no graves in Egypt that you brought us out to the desert to die? What have you done to us by bringing us out to Egypt? Didn't we say to you in Egypt, 'Leave us alone, let us serve the Egyptians'? It would have been better for us to serve the Egyptians than to die in the desert." They letting the problem override the promise. But I promise you, that ain't getting you nowhere. That all it's going to give you is heartache and heartbreak. You have got to stand like God is about to call to Moses to do. Moses answered the people, Do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring to you today. Why? Because the promise stands, because our God does. The Egyptians you see today, you will never see again. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Why are you crying out to me? Tell the Israelites to move on. Raise your staff and stretch out your hand that the Israelites can go through the sea on dry ground." Watch this, watch this, watch this. The Israelites missed the forest because of the trees. They saw problem after problem marching their way. And don't get it twisted, it was a big problem, right? But you serve a bigger God. And the promises he issues and decrees into your life and heart, they bigger than any promise that can come your way. That is factually true, because your God is factually true. His promises create out of what is into existence out of what doesn't exist. Like his word is powerful, living and active. And watch this. When Moses comes to God about it, God goes, "Why are you crying out to me?" Almost verbatim what Peter got rebuked for. Where is your faith? Tell these people to move on. Raise your hands and part that sea. And all he's telling Peter in the verses we just read, what you doubting for? I told you we going to the other side. Quit your crying. You looking at the wind and the waves. I need you to look at me. I need you to remember what I spoke. And he said the same thing to Moses. What you crying out to me for? I said, I'm taking you through. To where? To the promised land. I ain't leaving you out here high and dry in this desert to die before a Red Sea. Spread your staff out over it and see if I don't part those waters. And I'm telling you, you got a God who is larger than charge, baby. He is living and active. He will take you either over the waters or through the waters. But what he won't do is let you drown in the waters. Why? Because he promised he wouldn't. And his promises are pure, like silver refined 7 times in the furnace. They can be trusted. They are true because he is true. And all I'm trying to do with you today is encourage you. Don't you forget. Don't you discount God's promises in your life. Don't you do it. I don't care what comes against you. Come hell or high water, you hold on to your God's word to your life. Feel me?